James, we're so happy that you're feeling so much better. You were involved in this terrible accident in which you were impaled by a piece of your IndyCar. What do you remember about that day?
You know, honestly, not a whole lot. I actually suffered a pretty serious concussion in the accident as well, and so most of my memory from the day is gone. But, you know, I spoke to a lot of people, from the safety workers to the hospital workers, obviously my surgeon, all my family and friends, and they kind of helped me reconstruct the day a little bit, but I don't actually remember any of it.
We're just watching images of your crash. Have you watched it yourself?
Yeah, I watched it a lot. You know, I think because I didn't have any memory of it, I kind of had this really intense fascination with what happened and this desire to know what happened. I mean, I for lack of a better way of describing it, I kind of interviewed, you know, a lot of people, whether it was the safety workers, my surgeon, just to kind of get a grasp on what really did happen and what I went through that day.
I can understand why you would want to know. And you finally returned to the cockpit for a test run yesterday in Wisconsin. What was it like to strap in and drive after your life-threatening injury?
It was so cool. I mean, you do something like this. I mean, we're so lucky to be IndyCar drivers in the first place, to get to go race cars for a living. And then, you know, that almost gets taken away from you, and it makes you appreciate it even more. And so to have gone through, you know, 4 months of healing and recuperation and rehabilitation and be able to strap back in and know that I'm going to be able to do it again is, I mean, it's incredibly, I mean, it was a humbling thing, if nothing else, you know, and it was just incredible to get back behind the wheel, feel that speed again, feel that, you know, that energy, that adrenaline again. It was just, it was like riding a bike. It was like getting back to work.
I mean, I can understand the gratitude, but were you also anxious and maybe nervous about getting behind the wheel again?
You know, honestly, no. And I've said this before. I think racing drivers in general, we're wired wrong. There's something fundamentally not right with the way our minds work. And I probably should have been a little bit more than I was, but it's just, it's such a passion. You know, we do this because we absolutely love it and we wouldn't do anything else. I mean, when I woke up in ICU in the hospital, my third question was, when can I get back in the car? And the doctors are just staring at me in disbelief, thinking, you're in this terrible situation, and the third thing you want to know is, when can I get back into the machine that did this to me? You know, it's just it's something about us, and we're competitors, and we love driving race cars.
Yeah, if you ever doubted whether or not you chose the right profession, well, I think you had your answer right there. James, when can we expect to see you back on the track in competition?
So our season kicks off right now. It's looking like St. Petersburg in early March, and so I'm very excited about that. You know, I had to miss most of the 2015 season, but obviously with the test yesterday, that's kind of step one towards 2016, and we'll have a bunch of days in the car between now and March, and then get back into competition then.